While Yakuza 7 was revealed this morning, it looks like another major Japanese developer will be revealing a huge PlayStation 4 game very soon, that being a new Resident Evil title called Project Resistance. Looks like that's going to be announced September 9th. Also, The Last of Us Part 2 is getting new footage. Public showing is going to be coming soon, but it looks like GameStop employees have already gotten their look on a brand new trailer. I'll go over what that trailer consists of and what I want to see out of The Last of Us Part 2, because we really need to hear about one specific piece of information very soon. Spyro is going to be gliding into Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled in a brand new update, and a virtual reality stealth game, Espire 1 VR Operative, launches on September 24th. This looks like a really cool game, so if you have a PSVR headset, this is one you're going to want to pay attention to. First up, Capcom is going to be announcing a brand new Resident Evil title, Project Resistance, for PlayStation 4 on September 9th. Capcom has opened a teaser website for Project Resistance, a new Resident Evil project for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and it plans to announce it on September 9th at 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Eastern, at midnight JST. The announcement trailer will be available on the Resident Evil YouTube page. Project Resistance will be on display at Tokyo Game Show 2019, which runs from September 12th to the 15th. Members of the development team will show off the world's first look at the game in action. Stage events are also planned for the following days. Now, some images of the game have been leaked, and you can check out in the description box down below a link to Gamatsu if you want to have a look at them for yourself. But I don't really know what to make of this game. It looks like a huge far cry from the existing Resident Evil titles, and it looks like it's going to be some sort of 4-player co-op shooter. Based on the vibe I'm getting, it looks like some sort of a Left 4 Dead experience. I know that's going to turn a lot of people away, but I'm sure Capcom is working on a traditional Resident Evil experience. They probably want to work on something different and bring out something a little bit of an alternative sense while they work on their consistent and regular Resident Evil projects. Could I really hate on that? Probably not. Is this the Resident Evil experience that I really want to play? No, but we still don't have an exact idea on what the game is. The characters, though, look a little generic, if I have to be honest. The main character, I don't really know what to make of him. He just looks incredibly generic, but we'll wait and see. I'm not gonna give Capcom a lot of flack because they've done an incredible job over the last few years with games like Monster Hunter World, Mega Man 11, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 7, Devil May Cry 5. They've been absolutely killing it, so I'm not gonna completely bash this game just based on a couple of images. Let's see how the game looks. Let's see some footage of it, and who knows, it might end up surprising a lot of people. I mean, that's what Capcom has done over the last few years. It's just surprised people after quality game with quality game, because for a long time Capcom wasn't heralded as one of the top studios in the industry, but right now they are absolutely that. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They have absolutely earned that, and we'll see how the game looks when it's officially unveiled on September 9th. Okay, moving on from that, a game that we do want to hear more about is The Last of Us Part 2. New footage has been shown and a public showing is going to be coming soon. According to new reports, new The Last of Us Part 2 footage has been shown yesterday during the GameStop Managers Conference. The footage was focused on stealth mechanics and showed how players can use clickers to their advantage. The whole sequence was apparently set in a very dark area which was illuminated only by fire and flashlight. So this seems like an extremely absorbing and atmospheric piece of the game, although I feel like the entirety of the game is going to be something similar to that. During the conference, it's also been stated that more footage would be coming soon, hinting at a public showing instead of a behind closed doors one. Voice actor Troy Baker did talk about The Last of Us Part 2 all the way back in July, noting how the game is the most ambitious title ever developed by Naughty Dog. He also talked about the release date, and it was rumored that the release date was going to be sometime in July. We'll see if that comes to fruition, and it was rumored that the release date would be revealed in the next State of Play event. But I feel like at the next moment you show off any Last of Us Part 2 footage, you have to announce a release date alongside that. We've seen a sizable amount, or we saw a lot of this game back at E3 of last year. I'm not really eager to hear more about the game without a definitive release date. I originally thought that The Last of Us Part 2 was going to be the major Sony PlayStation exclusive for the rest of 2019, but obviously Death Stranding ended up being that game. So what is going to make up early 2020? I think The Last of Us Part 2 would be a perfect title. I think this game would be released before Ghost of Tsushima, so who knows how that's going to turn out. But if you notice, in the early portion of every year, Sony always releases a major exclusive. 2015, they had Bloodborne. 2017, they had Horizon Zero Dawn. 2018, they had God of War. 2019, they had Days Gone. And I believe in 2016, the year I skipped, how could I forget about that? They obviously had Uncharted 4. Trying to remember all of these games' release window off the top of my head is a little bit difficult, but you get the idea. Early portion of the year, they always release some sort of major exclusive, and I imagine that it wouldn't be any different with The Last of Us Part 2. Let's hope that it is out in February, and let's hope we see some more footage of the game very soon, because while we've seen a decent bit, we saw a lot at last year's E3, they've been relatively quiet for a long time, and I much prefer this, honestly. Don't show me a lot of gameplay if you're not ready to announce a release date the next time that you show off The Last of Us Part 2. A release date absolutely has to accompany it, so let's wait and see and hope for the best on that. Alright, moving on from that, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled has been one of the best arcade racers of this generation. We don't have Mario Kart on PlayStation, so this is definitely a good substitute, and it was noted in a PlayStation blog post, Bandicoot Meet Dragon 2 icons come together in the Spyro and Friends Grand Prix coming August 30th. Thomas Wilson, co-studio head of Beanox, put out a post on the PlayStation blog saying, "Hello PlayStation players and CTR racers everywhere. We're excited to be back with you with another blog post right in time for our latest Grand Prix season in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, the Spyro and Friends Grand Prix. We're thrilled to be bringing together two icons from the days of PlayStation Pass, a gaming legends who have been spinning, jumping, wumping, gliding, and flaming bad guys for over 20 years. Now Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon will get the chance to take each other on, and no better place to do that than on the track. This season, you'll see Spyro showing up all over the place in CTR, in the opening menu screen, in the Grand Prix cinematic, and of course in the game itself. Spyro, Hunter, and Nasty Gork will be added as unlockable playable characters with all of the personality that you've come to expect from them. You'll also see some new amazing cards such as the Spyro-mobile and Nasty Ride, which give their namesake some blistering rides to boast about. There's a lot of content actually dropping with this update, so it's very exciting. I'm a gigantic Spyro fan, even more so than Crash Bandicoot, so this really hits home with me, so I'm definitely excited for this update. And they noted, "We're thrilled to be bringing Spyro into the CTR mix and can't wait for players to enjoy these retro gaming icons together on the PlayStation 4 for the first time," and this update is due out on August 30th. Awesome to see that even for a budget game release, this was a remake of a very old game released at $40. They've been very much keeping this game updated with new content and quality of life improvements, so kudos to Beanox for doing a good job with this game, and another update will be dropping August 30th, that is tomorrow. And lastly, I do want to note that the virtual reality stealth game in Espire 1 VR Operative launches on September 24th. This looks like a really cool game, seems to be a little bit of a mix of GoldenEye, 007, Metal Gear Solid, at least that's what they're touting. So it definitely looks cool from that, and they know that this is the definitive VR stealth experience. Espire 1 brings the stealth genre to the exciting medium of virtual reality, delivering gameplay mechanics for the stealth and action genres that have yet to be explored. Full freedom of movement, allowing players the freedom to move anywhere within their virtual environment, moving, climbing, and falling with full comfort and no motion sickness for almost all players. Complete single-player story, rich in detail, developed as a dedicated single-player VR experience with individual story missions and scenario missions that use the story mission environments for short challenges. Voice control, using the VR headset's onboard microphone, players can make commands and perform actions simply by speaking. The noises players make can draw the enemy to their location, adding a new way to gain advantage. A lot of other features are noted: a global leaderboard as well, a worldwide tally awards players a competitive score based on mission time, movement, stealth, ammo conservation, takedowns, and other factors. Looks like a rather interesting title, and if you have PlayStation VR, I think this is a game to definitely be on the lookout for, especially because we haven't gotten a ton of quality stealth experiences on VR, so this might be one of a kind in that, and I'll definitely be giving it a look come September 24th. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Project Resistance, a brand new Resident Evil title, will be announced on September 9th. Let's hope for the best out of it. Again, I think Capcom has really won our benefit of the doubt. Even if you loved Resident Evil 2 Remake, you loved Resident Evil 7, I'm sure they're working on a traditional Resident Evil game. This looks like something a little bit different, whether it be a cooperative experience, whether it be something different altogether. I'm excited on the basis that it is Capcom, and they've won my excitement on the basis of being Capcom over their last, 5 game outings? And they've won it for this one as well. The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be getting some new footage shown to the public very soon. Let's hope a release date accompanies that. Spyro is going to be gliding into Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled tomorrow, and virtual reality stealth game Espire 1 VR Operative launches on September 24th. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.